All right, today we got an iPhone 5S cracked screen. First thing you want to do is power that puppy off. Then we're going to get our penelope screwdriver. Take out the 2 penelope screws at the bottom. They did kind of stick a little bit, so I used my fingers to get them out. This video is sped up, so if you need to pause it as you complete these steps, feel free to. Now we're going to take our Sesamo tool or our prying tool, and you're going to get underneath it, go around the sides. Do not lift up on this screen very far. There's a flex cable that connects to your home button that's right there, and you need to get under it. Usually there's a shield that sits on top of that, and you're going to open it the same way. On this one, you'll notice there's no shield over the battery. There's no shield over the LCD cables. So you're going to undo the battery and undo these cables. Now usually there would be a shield on there, and you're going to remove the screws before you can do that. Next, we're going to jump on the home button. You're going to remove that screw on the top right first, and then you're going to pull that back, and you're going to remove these 2 on this little plate. I go ahead and push this out from that side just because the phone was broke pretty bad, but be careful when you're pulling out the flex cable on the home button. You can damage it. Right here, we're going to start taking out the sides of the frame. There's 2 screws on the right side, and then I unscrew this one on the top, and man, it just didn't want to come out. So go ahead and move on to this side. Unscrew these 2 screws on this side. And go back up here to start working on the camera. That's a real long screw, so just remember. And it's magnetized like crazy, that speaker. So especially when you're putting these screws back in, it can sometimes be a pain. I finally got that one out. Remove the camera. Get behind the flex cable and pull it out. Right here. Sorry, bad camera angle. But I take the camera out, and right here there's a piece of tape, and it's stuck to the heat shield, and it has the camera and the proximity sensor on there. You can just pull the whole thing off, leave it on there, and put it right back on the new screen. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to pull it off. You can just leave it attached. Basically, we're going to do everything just in reverse order. I'm going to start at the top of the phone. We're going to screw in that one that was kind of a pain just to lock it in so we can line up the rest of the screws. You don't have to go in this order. This is just kind of what worked for me. I connected the flex cable in there, put it in. So you can tell I forgot the speaker, but now it's in there. Remember that screw on the top left? It's a long screw. So just so you don't get messed up on the 2 screws, that one's a real long one, top left corner. The magnetism on the speaker was throwing me off, so I had to use tweezers to line it up. Once you do that, you screw it in tight, check the front of the camera, make sure it's lined up straight. And then we're going to screw in the side. There's going to be 2 screws on this side of the frame, and then there's going to be 2 screws on the other side of the frame. And all the screws should be the exact same size, so these are not too hard to get messed up. Remember, I did speed it up, so you're more than welcome if you need to just to pause it, do the step, and then start over again. Now we're going to go down here on the home button, lay it down, and there's a little hole, and on the frame there's a little white dot that if you line the hole with the white dot, it'll fit in just perfect, and it'll lay down just right. I always try to line the home button up as straight as I can. And you're actually going to want to put the plate on first. There we go. Put that plate on, get those 2 screws in. And then once you do that, you're going to put on this 3rd screw right here that connects the bottom of the heat shield along with the little connector. And you're going to want to make sure this connector is on the left side. When you screw it in, make sure it's on the left side. And I'll zoom in here so you can kind of see that little connector right there is on the left side. Now we're going to connect everything back, the LCD, digitizer, and camera, and then we're going to hook the battery up, and then we're going to hook the fingerprint scanner. Now remember, in this phone there was not any plates that went on top of these. These plates do help hold the cables down if you drop the phone, so it's real nice to have them. I didn't have any extras either, so I didn't put any back in this phone. Connect the battery, and then you're going to lay this screen down as low as you can. And you can use tweezers. I have just as much luck using my finger. I don't really have the biggest hands. But once you hear it snap, and you can feel it snap better, that's why I like to use my fingers. Go ahead and snap the phone together, and let's turn this on. Once you get it on, you're just going to check and make sure the buttons work. This one's locked, so there's not a lot you can do with it. You can always click emergency and test out all the buttons. But other than that, guys, I did speed this video up. I get bored really easy. If there's something I left out, or maybe an easier way that you do something, please let me know in the comments below. If this video helped you out in any shape or form, please let me know as well so I can make another one. If I need to slow it down, that'll work too. But most importantly, thank you guys for watching.